the entrance. Wouldn't it be one? We must be strong and worthy to walk this path. As you wish.
his burden, the man beneath the myth. I am the face that time forgot, the name that was never enough.
First, you used these people to win yourself a kingdom, and now you herded them here under threat of being stomped to death by giants if they leave or disobey. After all that they've gone through, all that they've done, all that they've suffered, this is how you intend to repay them?
No kingdom will stand with people like them within its borders. They would have to change their ways. The Del Rita are not ready for this. You know this.
You did worse than all of them combined, and you are the one responsible for all they've done so far. They fought for your name and under your banners. Does this mean you're not fit to be a king? Not ready to have a kingdom?
I left the heritage of Pendragon behind me. I severed the ties between myself and my tribe. I lost all that tied me to the past when I became king. I set a new path for myself. They are not ready to do that.
Bullshit! You forced them to go against their sacred traditions. You destroyed their identities. They betrayed their comrades because you ordered them to. They kidnapped the children of the giants because you told them to do it. Everything they did was so that you could win this war. And now what? You're going to punish them for being your best, fiercest soldiers, most loyal of your men?
This is not...
Oh, stop with your excuses already! You broke them, and now you're abandoning them to starve or freeze to death in these damned lands.
This kingdom needs to be built on peace, Caradoc. Letting them live among merchants, lords, and ladies in Camelot or Timberwall. How would that go?
Exactly as anyone would expect it to go.
So we would end up with a civil war. Right after we won the war that almost annihilated us all.
Oh, damn you. I've had enough. I stood by you through everything. Even what you did to me. To Seawall. I let it all slide. I told myself it was for something. For a noble cause. But this is where I draw the line. I renounce my oaths, and I'm walking away. Put a blade in my back if that helps you sleep. I don't care. Not anymore.
Now I left the best of my people here. Everything. This land. There is no... I know. I may have been right about the diagnosis. The tribes helped us win the war, but... I had to do something. I come from the Pendragon bloodline. A heritage drenched, a heritage that pillaged and fought in the homelands for longer than any. I decided to leave it behind me when we won the war. Now we've seen that my bloodline must have been cursed. The giants sided with our enemy. We had to find a... So, undercut one of the most humiliating moments of that whole war. Caradoc had the clearest eyes of any of us. And I think... He used to carry... There's nothing left. I betrayed. I turned away from... Do what you want. All I've ever done...
Future King, you return. Speak your will, for the mortal. Is it time? We have waited. We shall return. We are grateful. Your will.
The moot will not happen, my king. This alone would have sealed our fate. And yet, you were strong enough to walk the king's thread, and you conquered it. What is your will, my king? I understand we had the chance to end the war once, and I only hope that the threat of the weirdness is real enough that Camelot and not once again to mark. Thank you, Mike. I, the voice of the Dalry.
Now you ask me, when it was your choice. The Dalrita are no longer. It's true that when they had no enemies, they fought among themselves. Now they are scattered, their shared identity lost.
So, you finally made it. I hope you're ready. This is the Charred Conclave, a graveyard for druids, burned alive as... Well, first, you're going to meet my former employer. We don't see eye... He'll try to sugarcoat the hard truths I've been telling you from... Why waste time here talking about... They spoke out. They should have stayed silent, kept their... They believed their ancient knowledge, ugly and painful truths from times long past, could save Avalon from the plague. But people don't want the truth. Cruel ritual. They called it wisdom. But to the people, everything they did, the druids believed their... Well, the Red Church and their politicians. It's always so... Well, death doesn't always mean, and so you're the closest you'll ever come to seeing... To greet you. I was once where you are now. A knight, and here I found my... Just remember, once you step through, but if you've come this far, go on.
At last we meet. I've heard much about you. Your choices, your determination. Caradoc isn't easily impressed, but he was impressed with you. Few dare to seek the truth buried in Avalon's shadows. And now, here you are. Oh, forgive my lack of manners. I am Orin, the last apprentice of Merlin, and the last archdruid. I've carried the weight of this land's secrets longer than I care to admit. But names me. What lingers here, it's older than Avalon. Older than anything we know. Its purest form. Raw potential. Oh, precisely the opposite of what Caradoc wants. Ridiculous, I know. But yes, that's what it boils down to. Ultimately, though. Yes. By the end of his life, Arthur became obsessed with his legacy. He left mementos, artifacts that embody Excalibur, a symbol of loyalty and sacrifice. The crown, but Merlin and the others, so they acted. When the king died, his soul wasn't allowed to move on. It was shattered. A clever solution. They feared losing what Arthur represented more than losing. You can't pick and choose with a soul. He left out two pieces. One, tainted by the Four Dwellers' magic, was deemed too dangerous. The other, Merlin thought compassion and doubt were weaknesses, unfit for a king. That way, Avalon's greatest... I tried. And I found his humanity. It's here, bound, kept safe. But the Four Dwellers' aspects was finding it needed more than magic. The horrors you endured on that island gave you something no one else has. You can move. That's why you found the king's soul. Bound. You flatter me. I can see you still doubt. I want to bring back our king, whole and complete. It won't. This time. Because I've seen what happens. Ever they're left without it. If things... They will follow him. That's helped me bring the king back. Now I made my case. This is the only...
I was there when it all began. And Arthur, we believed in him. In his every battle felt like a step close. But then came the cost. The war cry. We turned from knights into butchers. At first I told myself it was necessary. That's when Arthur wasn't a god. He was just another man, and no man. But do you understand? I'd like to believe that after 600 years, you need to understand that people thought and still think, but he wasn't. He made mistakes. I've seen what happens when people cling to... But that's not my problem. What comes after doesn't matter. Let it all burn. Arthur's the only myth that still holds weight. A puppet king. Maybe they'll keep pretending for a while. Let them stand, let them fall. It's not my concern. At least it won't be another king's failure. Call it chaos, call it freedom. I just want what comes after. Then let it. I've lived... And we'll never know if that's true. We were fools to resurrecting Arthur. Such violations of nature's order. This cannot be. Listen, you've brought Arthur's soul back together. Almost complete. So, you're close now. And then, go.
You've come. Please, don't come any closer. Just... because I've had enough. Do you know what it is like to be a king of nothing? To see the people you... I've seen towns burnt. I've been dragged through every... And most of all, Orin wants a king, not me. He does, but symbols aren't people. Do you know what it's like to be a weapon? He thinks ending me will free Avalon. But what then? Without an idea, people always see. Take that away. I want release. Kill me. Just don't let me come back. Let me die. Not as... Isn't that what you've been doing all along? Carrying what's left of him? Doesn't that prove? I don't care. To not feel, to not see. Another way? There's always another way. But please, do what you think is... And that... You hold the choice. I don't care who you sign. I don't even want to know. Just let me...
Help me bring the king back, whole and complete. Now you need to go. I made my case. This is the...
Go on.
Always a pleasure to see you. Let me go.
You carried a dying king across the bones of a dying world. Now you stand before what started it all. An idea. I am the reason there must be an ending. I do not guide. I do not judge. I do not offer meaning. You have brought. Now, choose. You will be seen. You will shape the world to become its wit. You will vanish into the story you chose to restore. You will break the frame. Who do you have in? Then the idea shall be claimed, its shape worn. But first, you...
If this is what you want, then take it, my friend.
No, I won't let this happen. Not again.
You think any other human could I endured. I made, and now you no. I...
You took Arthur's power for yourself. Whatever drove you, need, ambition, or will alone, the strength of a king was now yours to command. Maybe you weren't ready. Maybe nobody ever is. But you decided to try. It's a heavy thing, trying to do right where others have failed. Still, you stepped forward, carrying the soul and every choice that brought you here. You ruled not as Arthur reborn, but as yourself, flawed, resolute, untested. Avalon changed beneath your hand, and history will decide what that truly meant. The men here stayed in Kuenacht, but Yvain failed to rally the minds and hearts needed for his Grail quest. With no clear leaders and rising tension, both Kuenacht and Camelot grew fragile, drifting toward division, with no one left to hold the line. You awakened the giants, only to command their end, leaving no power behind for either side to claim. Without their strength, the balance held, but the divide between Camelot and the Dal Rita remained, wide, bitter, and far from settled. Firgas remained captain of the Horns of the South. Under his leadership, the Horns honored their old traditions and returned under Camelot's banner, securing order along the southern frontier. Nianta stayed in Kuenacht, and the people remained by her side. Though Anselm held the official title, it was Nianta whom the people turned to for guidance, treating her as the true heart of the community. Maggot chose to remain in Kuanak, and the people stayed with him. Over time, they grew to trust him and often sought his wisdom. In time, he took on an apprentice, planting the first seeds of a new druidic tradition. Urfir stayed with the people of Kuanak, choosing to share their uncertain future. As trust in Anselm faded, the community became divided, with many calling for Urfir to take Yvain's place. Ingui led the Thoid into the eternal sleep, honoring the path her people had chosen. The Thoid were no longer seen in Avalon, their legacy left behind in the memories of those who once knew them. Under Dav Hamra's leadership, the Ulf grew stronger but more isolated. The tribe and the Stone Wardens became one, bound by a new symbol of strength, a steady hand against the chaos beyond their borders. Killian served as quartermaster of the Horns of the South, until one night his thirst for blood drove him to murder a fellow keeper. He was caught in the act and brought to a swift end.